Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Laurie. I'm the Thrifty Picker, and I'm back. Been on hiatus for a little bit. A lot of stuff going on. Um, eBay's been a little slow here and there for me. Uh, just had a lot of stuff going on. So, with the wreck on the highway and stuff, and truck's been in the shop for it's going on the second week. So that's limited my thrifting and all that stuff. But I did get to go a couple times. So plus I've been sick. We got taken to the emergency room last week for wasn't sure what it was. I was doubled over in pain. It ended up being acute diverticulitis, and now I have to have all that those tests done and stuff like that. Um, so going to be fun the next few weeks, going in and out of doctors, getting tests run here and there to make sure there's nothing else going on in there. Uh, most of you know when you have something like that, they do a colonoscopy or however you pronounce that. Not looking forward to that at all. I don't know anybody that would. Um, Let me go turn on my chat here. Let me refresh this and see if anybody is in the chat. Takes a minute. Oh, but yeah, I have been crazy busy here. Been helping Teresa with her schoolwork. Trying to get that all buttoned up and done. She's got exams coming up. So I've been concentrating on that, helping her with that, um, helping her study. So, I mean, with eBay being slow, it's kind of at the right time with trying to get help with that. I did have a few good sales week before last. I sold a pallet item that I'd paid basically 3 cents for, and I sold it for $350. It was a recurve bow, the Kodiak, Super Kodiak Bear mahogany recurve bows. So you can't go wrong with that kind of a sale. Um, did have a few sales. Actually, I had some sales yesterday. It had been slow, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. I had like, you know, 5 sales in a row within probably a couple hours of each other. I'm like, okay, so, which with it being summertime, it's going to be a little slow. You got to expect that because people aren't going to be on their computers buying. They're going to be out at amusement parks and water parks and beaches and vacations and whatnot. So I expect that. But I also have decided to branch out my store with another product that I personally will be making myself, which I talked about it, I think, on one of the last shows I was on the Morning Hustle. It's for vapes, vape carriers, these things here because my kids got me this to keep me from smoking. And I actually like it. I just don't like the weight of it in my pocket or on my shoulder bag, so I've made a carrier for it. So, because I make custom gun holsters, so now I'm going to be making holsters for that. So, um, that's another project I do. Yes, I make holsters. But anyway, let's get on with what I sold. Get this off of here. And good morning to those that's coming in. I see I've got a couple viewers. I'm going to go over what I sold here. And this was believe it or not, I sold one shoe. Hi, why not? How you doing, Kathy? I sold one shoe. You can sell one shoe. I listed it as amputee. Make sure you show whether or not it's the right or the left and what size. But this was a pallet item. I got four shoe boxes of shoes, and they were all either one left or one right. They were different shoes. I'm like, well, how am I going to list those? I'm thinking, well, there are some people out there with only one foot, so um, yeah, you can you can sell one shoe. So, and this is proof of it. This I paid 3 cents for this because this come off the same pallet as that bow that I bought, um, and it sold for $15. So, and of course, this is before I switched over to calculated shipping. So, It's 15 minus the shipping, which it'll probably go in I can get that probably in a padded flat rate. So I still made $9 or $10 off of that. So I'm happy with that. On a 3 cent purchase, you can't beat that. So yeah, don't be afraid to try to list one shoe. Just make sure that you put in the title that it's for amputee and it's for the, of course, left or right and all that good stuff. And then I sold. This is a Harley Davidson Myrtle Beach. It's a really nice graphic tee for the Knucklehead Garage. A nice graphic on the back. It's 2010. I get them whether they say they're updated or not because people love Harley Davidson. And this could have been somebody's favorite shirt and they tore it up or whatnot and they want another one. So I still get it. That's so. Let's see. I paid $1.65 for that, and that sold for $18. This is another one of the totes that I hadn't gotten to. Wait a minute. Yeah, I hadn't gotten to changing this over to free shipping, so they get it minus the $3 and some odd cents. So I'll probably make $15 off of it or so. So I'm happy with that. I've almost got all those totes done. Maybe we sold them to the same person. And then we have this one here was one of the this was a fall off. This is one that I had listed a long time ago. And as I'm going through this is a Polo Ralph Lauren V-neck short sleeve shirt. It's a 3XLT tall with a little embroidered pony. This was one of mine was a guess what size mine is. Mine's a 2X as well. Anyway, this here was one of my what I call a fall off. It's one that's been listed before, but when I went back to refresh all my listings to change it over to calculated shipping, it was no longer in my store. So I call it a fall off. Just I don't know what happens to them, where they go, if they're on there so long that eBay says, pull it. I don't know. But anyway, I had to redo photos, and basically it was a new listing. And I did this last Friday, and it sold last night for this sold for $30.49 shipped. I paid $5.32 for it, and of course they're going to be paid for shipping, so not bad, not too bad. Always grab those big shirts. I had one that was a 5XLT, and it sold within minutes of listing it. So I mean, they sell quickly. And then we have what's that? I know it. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, I brought that in here. I have two different locations out here. I've got two different barns that I have stuff stored in. Um, this is a SB Scrubs. I do pretty good with scrub tops, and especially when I can get them for next to nothing. This one I paid $2 for it, I think, at a church rummage sale. And it sold for $8 shipped. So, I made a little bit off of it. And I had it on for $12.99. And the lady kept messaging me saying, she really, really liked it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, she's a nurse. I'll sell it for $8. That's really pretty. It's got the paisley print and butterflies. It's just really nice. But it sold for $8, and it's $11.75 total shipped. So can't beat that. And then I have these I picked up. These I paid up for them because they're new. I paid $5 for these. I call that paying up. If I pay over $5, that's paying up. These are still new, still stuck together, still got the tags. These are the Disney's Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington slippers. These are, I paid like I said, $5 for them. They $23.44 shipped. So, and I had just taken these out Friday and put them in inventory. So they listed on Friday and sold last night. So I'm happy with that. And then we have, and I always grab, if it catches my eye, I think it's going to catch somebody else's, and that's just my philosophy. I mean, might not work for everybody, but this is a really cool, and it's embellished with rhinestones and beads, and just great. Kind of looks like feathers. I call it abstract. This is a Elizabeth, New York brand. Hello, Anissa. And this was another one that was a fall off that got refreshed. And or not, no, this one, not this one. This was a different one. This was a clearance item. I paid 58 cents for it. So, and it sold for 17.09 shipped. So, um, I'd never heard of the brand, but the design itself caught my eye. And I'm, that's like I said, that's my philosophy. If it catches my eye, it might catch somebody else's. So, um, apparently it did because it's old. So, but I'm glad to be getting back into the swing of things. Like I said, it's been crazy around here with me going to the ER, and then we ended up having Teresa ended up having to have her esophagus stretched, which no, don't think I want that, but I do have to have a colonoscopy. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Not looking forward to that. Big diagnosed with acute diverticulitis. Um, it really sucks getting old because now they're telling me I can't have popcorn and peanuts and all that. Uh, yeah, I've got Posh too. I start not was it Posh? Yeah, I started on Posh. I've got a few things listed, but nothing sold. So I'm gonna have to watch some videos and catch up on the Posh Pit videos because I have missed those. Um, so I need to really try to up my game on Posh because I've got a lot of clothing, and with this new product that I'm developing for the vape pens, um, I'm going to be putting those on my eBay store. So that's going to be fun, as I'm going to be balancing both my eBay resale part and this new product part. So that's going to be because I have to actually physically make the new product that I'm working on, and I posted a picture of it on one of the Facebook groups, the vape enthusiasts or something like that, and they all went crazy over it. So I've got all these people contacting me saying, "Can you make one for this side? Can you make one?" Well, for the one thing, I have to get the actual item so I can mold it to begin with. I don't have any molds. The only thing I've been using is my vape pen itself. So I'm going to have to start getting dimensions and creating the mold blanks for all this stuff. So I'm going to be burning the candle at both ends when it comes to that and my eBay. So I'm going to be busy, but I'm going to try to, pop in every morning on the shows, do my show. It's going to be crazy. Um, I'm hoping this takes off like I'm thinking it will. Um, that's fingers crossed. So just a harebrained idea because I didn't feel like carrying this in my pocket. I'm thinking, well, I've got scrap out there I can try something for, and that's what's going on. So, I mean, I'm going to be really pushing it. So, but I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it does what I want it to do. I'll sell the holsters on Posh. I don't know. I mean, it could. Would be considered an accessory. So I mean, it's not an actual tobacco product. It's a carrier for the vape. So I mean, it's crazy when you get an idea like this because haven't been able to really sleep because all these things are going through my head. I know I need to get different equipment for some of this stuff because it's smaller than what I'm normally working with gun holsters. Um, I mean, it's basically the same concept. It's just they're smaller parts. So, uh, and that's gonna be fun. So, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to check with them on that and see if what they say. I consider it an accessory. So, I mean, because you'll be able to clip it to your purse, you can clip it to your belt, you can clip it to your pants, whatever. Because I'm putting belt clips on them, just like on a holster. So, um, just like on a gun holster, it's the same material, similar design. It's just because these things I realized, this was given to me, so I started pricing them because I'm thinking my mom always told me if it's heavy, it's expensive, put it down. In fact, they use that line. I'm thinking, oh, they heard me say that at one time or another. They used that line in one of the Jurassic Parks. I said, see, told you. It's my mom used to tell me that all the time. If it's a heavy, it's expensive, put it down. And I'm thinking, God, these things are like they really have some weight to it. And so I started pricing them, and one like this is like $85 new. And I'm thinking, all they have available for them or are cloth pouches and uh, like silicone skins. I'm like, that's not going to protect that if you drop it. So I'm going to use the material that I use on gun holsters. It's called Kydex. It's a thermoplastic that's, you heat it and you use it to mold around the items that like the guns that I make the holsters for. I have gun molds and stuff like that. And once it cools, when it's heated, it becomes pliable and you work with it. And then once it cools, it's really hard and durable. I mean, you can bounce it off the ground and this will not break. So I thought, started doing some research and nobody else is doing it. And I'm also going to be making some wallets if I can find I didn't have a mold for them either, but I had a bunch of old cards. There's my mold. It's what they call the minimalist wallet. So there's another accessory. So, oh, mercy. So hopefully it takes off like I'm hoping, and I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I'm not going to stop doing my reselling of clothing and stuff because I love doing that. I just probably won't have as much coming in as I normally do because normally I'll go thrifting and I'll buy $100 worth of just clothing at the bins. That's 100 pounds. That's a lot of clothes, and then have to work through all that. But or I'll just go to the clearance rack and get as much off of there as I can get because I'm trying to budget myself too. I really hate spending a lot of money on stuff unless I know I'm going to get a good return. But I don't know. Uh, do they require square mode on Posh? Because I was wondering about that myself. Because it seems like just what I've looked at. I know there's a lot involved in going with Posh as far as you get to sit there and share. I just haven't done it in a while. And that's good to know. Good to know. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I sold, which I'm happy with that. I mean, like I always say, one sale's better than no sale. I had what, five? One, two, six. Six sales. And possibly sold a t-shirt to the same person Kathy did. So, oh, mercy. So I'm going to get off here and pack this stuff up and probably see you guys over on the hustle. I imagine that starts in about 45 minutes or so. Valerie's time, I guess. So hopefully you guys will be over there in the chat over there. Oh, let's see here. Oh, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. It's rainy and nasty here right now. Normally there's a big sun glare coming through here, not today. So, but yeah, I'm going to get off here and I will see you guys over on Valerie's channel, Picker Daily Hustle. So, thanks for coming in. Gotta put your face on. This is my face. This is what you see is what you get. So, hey, at least I don't have to wear a hat today. My cowlick's not going halfway up. It's not jacked to Jesus today. Normally it's like It's just kind of neat. So, oh, but yeah, I'll see you guys over at over on Valerie's channel. You would scare me. I can't. I used to wear makeup every day. I used to go in there and I put it on every day. I used to curl my hair every day. Now it's lucky if it gets brushed. I mean, as I get older, like, excuse me, cough up a lung, I feel better. So I mean, it's like a lot of times. Well, you see all the hats I got. That's usually put on a hat. But yeah, when I was in high school, I wore makeup every day, and not anymore. Too much work. So I'll see you guys over there. I gotta get over here and get this stuff packed up. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Bye, guys.